Welcome back to the second episode of Double Gemini podcast. I'm Gabi.
I'm Taylor.
And we're both Geminis, if that wasn't blatantly obvious.
And we're gonna have some fun.
We changed the lighting. It's more vibey now.
Yeah, we're all about those vibes.
We broke out the LEDs
Yeah.
that I haven't used since college.
AKA like 6 months ago.
That's
Wait, maybe more.
It's almost a year.
It is almost a year.
We've been, because we had to leave school in like March.
Well, March is when the shutdown happened.
Yeah, we were on our spring break in New York City.
Right. We were in New York while the shutdown happened.
Yeah, Harvard closed. And we were like, oh, well, that's not going to happen to us. Well,
oh my God, I forgot. Yeah, all the schools were shutting down. We were sitting in Jagged Little Pill, like watching all the
final night.
Yeah, and like Twitter was like blowing up with shit. That was crazy.
That was terrifying. We also were very dumb and didn't realize how bad the pandemic was going to be. Nor did we realize we were in like the cesspool of where it was happening.
Yeah, we decided to go to New York literally March 11th because it was Marissa's birthday.
Yeah.
And
who's Marissa?
Marissa's my sister. Hey, Marissa! She wants to be on this really bad, but she's going to have to wait for it. I know she's listening. Hey, bitch. You ugly.
Oh my gosh.
We went to New York for Marissa's birthday, my sister's birthday. And we went to see Jagged Little Pill on Broadway, which, if you guys don't know about that, like, literally go listen to the soundtrack, watch all the performances on YouTube if you can.
And also just listen to Alanis Morissette.
That's
general.
right. If you don't, we're talking about like the show, but if you already know the iconic album by Alanis,
that was about
No, Friends. Uncle
Full
Joey.
House, Uncle Joey, Full House.
Yeah.
Wrong Joey.
Right.
Wrong show.
We're thinking about 17 again too much.
Oh yeah, we just watched most of it.
Most of it, yeah. We just stopped before the ending, but that's okay. Movies are a commitment.
Yeah, I can binge a whole show in like a day or two, but I can't sit down and watch a movie anymore.
Me neither. We watched Bridgerton in
2 days.
Literally 2 days, but we were going like nonstop. But as soon as we watched like an hour of a movie, it's like
uninterested.
Yeah.
It's also like it's gonna end, so there's nothing left after that.
Right. Which is also why I always like put off watching the last episode of a show.
Yeah, we were watching also Grand Army and we waited like a day.
Oh my God, Grand Army was real good.
Grand Army was fantastic.
I wasn't sure I was going to like it as much. I mean, I don't know. Okay, so if you haven't seen Grand Army, go watch it.
Spoilers ahead, probably.
Yeah, I'll try to keep it brief because I'm not one that likes spoiling things. Like, people will text me and be like, or when they're watching a show, be like, what's happening? Like, what's going on? And I'm always like, no, I'm not saying shit. Like, that's like the worst thing ever, getting spoiled for your show that you're like really invested in. Like, I got spoiled Endgame, Avengers Endgame.
And I got spoiled Endgame too.
Yeah,
Even
well,
before I saw it.
it's like when you find out the ending of a movie. It's like, anyways, I don't need to get heated about Endgame right now. I wouldn't like to be a teenager in New York. Well, maybe I would.
I think it would be interesting. I think it would build character. I think you'd see a lot of weird shit growing up and be exposed to a lot of weird shit growing up.
Right. For sure.
But that goes with like any city, I feel like.
That goes with, yeah, I mean, you're a product of your environment. Exactly.
How you want to deal with that is on you.
Right.
Because either you conform to it or you can think outside of it.
Right, you could be like real problematic.
Like I have family from Indiana. And Indiana is a known red state, very racist, very like backwards for the most part. But some of my cousins my age are actually educated and smart and like have grown to know like what's wrong and what's right. Some cousins haven't and voted for Trump. We don't really talk to them anymore. Yeah, I know. You didn't know this is a Trump hate page.
Yeah, fuck Trump. Fuck
Glad
Donald Trump. He's not our president anymore as of literally yesterday. So that it's like that. Did you watch that musical on Netflix, The Prom?
No, but I know it's about being gay in Indiana.
Yeah, there's a line that was like, note to self, don't be gay in Indiana.
I saw TikToks about it that was like how they acted versus reality of being a lesbian in Indiana.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't watch it either.
Yeah.
I listened to the one song. with Andrew Rannells. Is that his name?
Oh, Andrew. Yeah, from
Andrew
Book of
Rannells.
Mormon.
Yeah. Big Mouth. I love his character in Big Mouth.
Oh my god, yeah. That show's so chaotic.
It really is. And like either you really like that show or you really don't. But I think even the people that do really like the show really don't like it all that much.
Yeah. The new season was just the most chaotic thing I've ever seen. Season 4? 4? Yeah.
4?
4,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know Seth Rogen was in the first episode.
Oh yeah, he
With
was.
the dick contest or whatever the fuck happened.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, that shit is. I was watching it and I was just like, this is like some next level like shit.
Oh yeah, they did not hold back. Can we get Seth Rogen on the
Hi Seth Rogen. Hey Nicole, we saw you in Portland.
We saw you in Portland. Oh my god, yeah.
And it was with those people.
Yeah, so we love Nick Kroll. Nothing on you, baby. But we were in a row with like a bunch of, say, late 30-year-olds.
Yeah, they were like
got up every 10 minutes to go pee and get
because
another beer.
Yeah, they kept grabbing more beers, and then they would have to like pee because
We should have just asked to switch spots with them at that point.
I know,
because all of them would. Get
nothing
up.
ever comes out of us asking people to do things for us, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Should we tell that story?
I think we have to.
Okay, so we were freshly 19 or 20 years old. 19? No, it was right before our 19th birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, that has nothing to.
20th, was it?
It was in the end of May.
It was the end of May.
Because
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with it. It's just like, you know, when you have to like figure out your age before you figure out like when like a life event happens, because time isn't real. Yeah.
Construct.
It's a construct. No, so we decided to go see Portugal the Man, which is a fire band. They are amazing. And it was at this place called Thompson's Point in Portland, Maine. And it's basically like on this peninsula of land in the back bay. We'll get to that. Yeah. Gabby and I have a thing where we will look at each other and we know exactly what we're saying. So it's really going to be difficult trying to actually say.
And for anyone just listening to the podcast, you don't know what's happening.
Right. Just have to look at us looking at each other and mind reading. Anyways, so we went to Thompson's Point, and this was actually my first ever concert. It was amazing. But it's like this big stage setup that they do in like the winter. They do like an ice skating rink there and stuff. It's so cool. But anyways, we went to go see this concert. We got there fairly early. We might have been having a little drink or two, but you didn't hear that from us. And so we get there and we're like ready to go. You know, we're like, ugh.
It's a little bit rainy, a little bit gray.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But it was
care.
like nice because it was kind of warm, so it was like refreshing. And so we get there and we get our spots like right away, and we're real close to the stage. It was awesome.
We're short and we have to.
Right. I'm 5'5", you're
5'3".
5'3", yeah. And then these dudes who were originally like in front of us, but like to the left or the right, wherever they were, they somehow pushed themselves over to be in front of us.
And me, like 6 foot for reference. They're like 6
Oh, they're towering over us. And from like, okay, so I'm not afraid to like talk to people, I don't think, like, and actually be like, yo, like, what is up? Gabby, on the other hand,
non-confrontational.
Oh, absolutely.
To the fucking teeth.
But also I was like, you know what? What is it going to hurt? What is the worst that's going to happen? They're going to say no, which is basically kind of what happened. I tap him on the shoulder. Well, it took a little back and forth between us being like, should we do it? Should we not do it? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then the girl next to me was like, you should do it, because I can't see either.
We love women supporting women.
Literally. And so I tap the guy on the shoulder. He's really cute too. I remember that. And he turns around and I go, hi, this is my first concert. Can you please switch spots with us so we can actually see over your ginormous body? Thank you. And he was like, maybe because you don't know that, concerts work like this, but it's like first person that comes, it gets the spot. And I was like, I was here before you.
We were here, moments before you guys showed
literally. Up. So I'm like, I'm a little pissed at this point, right?
We're also a little,
just a little bit. And I'm like, okay, well, I was here before you, and you're literally 6 feet tall. Like, you will lose nothing by standing a foot behind me and looking over my head. And he was like, And then his friends immediately were like, he had 2 friends with him. They were like, oh yeah, like, sure, we'll move. And he was like, he's like, no, it's the principle of the thing.
He was the shortest one of the group. I feel like that.
Yeah. The other 2 were taller than him, which was very tall. But, and then finally he's like, well, and I don't know if he was like kind of flirting a little bit. That's like how I like to remember it. Where he was like kind of mean, but like kind of flirty.
It's like when you're taught that if a boy's mean to you, he
oh God. But
not true.
He was cute, so I was like, but so
it's a 2-part story.
Yes, so he eventually decides to move, and during the show, you remember this? During the show, this old lady, not old, probably like 60, comes up behind him and grabs his ass.
Yeah, straight up just.
She's drunk off her mind.
Yeah, she's gotta be what, like 40s, 50s?
I think she was like older than that.
Maybe. She's absolutely trash. She grabs him. He starts yelling at him. We all turn around to start yelling at her.
Yeah, he literally goes, do not touch me! And like,
we all start screaming at this lady.
Yeah.
Like, don't touch people without their consent.
Right. Especially like.
In a crowded area.
And she was just like laughing too.
Yeah,
she
was
so drunk. And then I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God, I asked him to move and then he gets his ass grabbed.
So later in the night, it's not funny. It's just sad because of the part.
It's funny. Yeah, it's a little funny.
It sucks because we felt bad because we felt like if moved,
we would have gotten our asses grabbed. Or maybe not because maybe she wasn't into us the way she wasn't into him.
I don't know. I also think she was just fucking hammered, so I don't think she really knew
right,
what she was
for sure.
doing. Not an excuse, but this one was falling over.
Oh my God, she was
through the crowd. She's like grabbing onto other people, like stumbling. But anyway, so later in the night, we're gonna move past the full concert just to finish this little story.
Great concert, really good.
Fantastic. Jack Harlow thought we were at the
Yeah,
ocean.
he looks at the bay. He was the opener, which he's getting really big now.
Yeah.
I've seen like ads on him about him on Twitter all the time. I'm like, I knew him.
I know him.
No, he looks out at the bay, like an inch of water, and he's like, is this the ocean?
And we're all like, no.
He's from what? Like Illinois, so he didn't know. But okay.
But yeah, so concert was great, fantastic. Portugal the Man, great first concert experience for you.
Absolutely,
like, that was a fantastic show.
Best thing I could have done.
Music festival style because it was outside.
Right, and it was nice out. It wasn't like too hot because it was Maine and May.
Oh my God, yeah. And so later in the night, we end up doing when we're leaving, we see the boys still standing around, and we're debating.
We're standing there, and we're like,
do we talk to them? Do we ask them to go get nachos?
We're trying to like really get the guts to do it.
Because one, they're cute, and 2, we felt bad that their friend got group.
Right, we were gonna be like, thank you for thanks for taking our spot and like switching with us. Like that was so nice,
But we're wimps, and we weren't intoxicated
the
anymore,
worst.
so we did not have the guts to do it. So we take an Uber to Taco Escobar, which is
this restaurant in Portland. Fire. $5 nachos after 10.
They saved our ass in college.
So great.
And I'm on Tinder as I used to do because dating apps are a scam.
Right.
But I guess it's not even a dating app. We all know what Tinder was for. But anyway, one of the dudes that was there, I matched with on the app, and I said, "Hey."
Oh yeah, and he was cute too.
He was one of the cute ones.
And you guys were talking for like a minute.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
"Go get nachos," and he was like, "Well."
Yeah, he told us that he would have, like, they would have gone out with us too. Like, not gone out with us, but like gone to get nachos with us. If we asked them in person, they would have come to hang out. And then they invited us to brunch. Yeah, so they invited us to brunch, and we're like, ooh, like fun. And then we went home and we went to bed, and we woke up at 1 p.m.
But the thing that made us feel the most bad is that these boys came all the way from Canada.
Oh my God, I almost forgot about that. Yeah, they literally were like, we have to drive home. It's a long drive. And we were like, oh, where are you from?
Maybe like Boston or something. Like
right. Or maybe even like upstate Maine, like something.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, we're from Canada.
Which made us feel even
worse. This boy gets told to move spots first. He's got a great prime spot. Granted, it was a step back. It was a step back. But then he gets his ass groped, and then he misses out on a great date with us.
Just sweaty and tired. Who wouldn't want that?
Nachos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sad they would have said yes, but that's okay.
That's kind of like one of those stories that we look back on and we're like,
what would have happened?
I don't know.
One of them would have been left out. I think the one I was talking to would have hit it off. I think you matched. No, you were talking. No. You had me tell him one of them was cute.
I had you tell the dude that I tapped on the shoulder, the one I thought was cute, I said to tell him that I thought he was cute and thank you for the spot.
Yep.
And then he thought I was cute too.
Yep. And
I was
then
like,
the third guy
dang, like he could have been my soulmate, you know? My Canadian heartthrob. Now I'll just settle for Charlie Gillespie. The love of my life. Charlie, if you're out there, if you're listening, I love you. Please come on this podcast. We will interview you.
Yeah.
I'm looking you dead in the eyes. Please. Okay, anyways.
And Jeremy Shada, you made me cry so hard.
Jeremy Shada, happy birthday, Jeremy Shada. If anybody watches Julie and the Phantoms, then you know. Also Netflix, renewed it for a second season. Thank you.
Yeah, you're renewing everything new. I'm not even like a huge like watcher of the show, and it's annoying that you haven't renewed it yet.
It's literally like I've been listening to the same soundtrack since September. I'm gonna need some more songs.
And now I know the words, and I need more music.
We're sitting on the couch earlier, and she just starts singing the lyrics. Right, I'm not gonna sing it because I don't want to get copyrighted.
Oh,
but
God.
Starts singing, just like singing along, and I was like,
Out of nowhere.
I'm so proud of her. Oh God. R.I.P. to those boys though.
I know.
There were so many like instances in our time in Portland that I feel like were what ifs, you know? Like what would have happened if one thing was different.
Yeah.
But you can like look at life like that. But that's
Yeah.
also bad to look at life like that because then you're always like wishing for something else.
True. Or thinking something else could have happened.
Right. We were talking about New York.
Grand Army in New York.
You back to Grand Army. Head empty. Only Grand Army.
I just love Grand Army.
I think it was really good. Okay. I know this is going to be controversial to you, but I feel like if there wasn't a season 2, it would be okay. No, not like it would be okay, but I feel like there was enough resolution in the finale that like you would have known where the characters would have gone, you know?
Yeah. I guess it would be more like
continuing the story.
Like because some of them are juniors, some of them are seniors. Besides the one freshman who so problematic.
Yeah. If
but
you
that's
know,
the point
if you
of
know
her.
that you know.
The point of her is to be like ignorant.
I don't know. Like I felt like I was surprised at how like it didn't leave on like a cliffhanger or anything. You know, it didn't leave. I mean, it left me liking the characters, wanting to know their story, but it didn't like leave me being like, oh, I need to know what happens. You know?
Yeah, I guess I'd want the resolution on like Dom going to college since her family was like, you don't have to marry this guy.
Right, or like her internship or her relationship, because I really liked her relationship with John.
Yeah, they were great.
And I felt like that was, and then I want to know more about like what happens with Tim.
Yeah, he was at a cliffhanger snorting a Xanax bar off of his phone.
Oh, was that Xanax?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that was from Luke because he gave Joey a bunch of pills that made her like lose her shit.
Oh, right. But it's like what's his name in Jagged Little Pill, where he like watches it happen and does nothing.
Oh, the brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he supposed to go to jail?
Yeah, it was supposed to. The original for that was supposed to be someone dies during a hazing, and he goes to jail for it.
Oh.
Which is like a whole other thing.
I wonder what that's like.
Yeah, I don't know. Our friend's son had to do a hazing in the woods for a weekend.
Really?
Yeah, for a fraternity. Hazing.
I don't know if it's true though. I mean, it probably is, but I don't know.
Or shit like that's happened in other colleges because hazing kind of died out. I feel like, but also it could just be more.
Maybe because people were doing like a lot of illegal stuff.
A lot of shit that was harmful and also very much illegal.
Right. Ooh, that's scary. Thinking about hazing.
It sucks. It's stupid that it was ever a thing. Like you can prove that you want to be in it in other ways.
I just like don't get the hype of sororities and fraternities and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's just the independence of not having like RAs or some shit. I don't really understand what being in a frat or a sorority does.
I like saw that. Okay,
for the parties?
I saw this TikTok of these girls. I think they were in a sorority, where they lived in. Oh gosh, what was it called? It was like a cold room, warm room, something. I might be messing that up. It was a while ago. But there were like 100 beds in like one room. They were just like bunks and bunks. And they were like all these people lived in there so that they could like I don't even know, that they like could save money by living there. But it was like all crammed into the same space. It was like a prison.
Oh god.
It was so weird. Yeah, it was for a sorority. It was real weird. I don't know. I didn't understand it, but I was like trying to like. She was like, "Oh my god, it was the best living experience of my life."
No.
And I guess the room was what I gather, I don't know, but I guess the room was like really cold, and they would choose the cold room or the warm room. I don't know if that's what it was,
weird.
but it was like she showed a picture, and there was like tons of beds, and I'm like, I don't even want to live in a room with one other person. Nevertheless, 99 other people.
Yeah, no, that's too much. There's no privacy.
Right.
Also, how much does it? Well, if you're in a
because
sorority,
you have to pay for a sorority, right?
For housing, right?
Yeah, you have to like rent out a house.
Yeah.
Or through, I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't really get how that works.
I know that. Sorry, I just poked her in the leg. I know that like when when Arlene, my sister's friend, was in a sorority, like she didn't live in the house or something like that. Like she just lived in an apartment. But then you would have to go to the house and like do all the activities. What do you do in a sorority?
I don't know.
Other than party.
Yeah.
I
do they do like fundraisers and shit for the college? I think that's like a part of it.
I think you do like fundraisers for
or the sorority
yourself.
Itself.
Yeah.
That's so fucking.
And like arts and crafts. Is that a thing? Like people just do arts and crafts?
Dude.
Like my big and my little. Do you know that? Do you know anything about sororities?
I know big because Arlene was someone's big.
Yeah, and a little. Everybody's like a big and a little at a one point. Not like the baby kind of little. No, so I guess you have like, it's kind of like a mentor-mentee thing.
Okay.
But it's like a big sister, big brother kind of thing.
So do they teach you about college or do they just teach you about the sorority?
I don't think they teach you anything in a sorority. I really don't. I think it's just... I
really don't know how sororities
I don't either. Should we like look it up?
I feel like
okay, let's look up what the point of a sorority is.
Let's see. Fraternity and sorority membership helps young men and women cultivate leadership skills, gain a sense of social identity, and learn to play well with others.
Get along, kids.
From what I've heard from fraternity stories, there's nothing about getting along. It just provides a home, activities, events, and sense of community during their college years. You can do that.
So you want to do that in a room of 100 people? I don't know if every sorority is like that, but whatever that girl was talking about. I'm going to try to find that TikTok.
Okay.
And then we're going to put it in here.
Insert TikTok.
I don't know. Again, like, we didn't have a normal college experience, so, like, who are we to talk about it?
Who are we to judge? We can judge, but...
Yeah, I was about to say, we're going to judge it, but... I mean, when I think about fraternities and sororities, I think about How to Get Away with Murder. Did you ever watch that show?
I watched
you watched the first episodes with me, yeah. I don't know why. I don't think they were in any sororities in that, but... Or the Goofy movie. The extremely goofy... Do you remember that movie? The extremely goofy movie when... Oh, yeah, right. When Max is Goofy's son, right? He goes to college, and then he's, like, in the X Games. He's on X Game mode. That's what I think about when I think about that Vine also, is the Goofy movie. Yeah, because they're in, like, the extreme games. The extreme Goofy games or something. And then they're in, like, a jazz bar at one point.
You like jazz?
You like jazz? That's what I thought the entire time I was watching Soul.
Oh my god.
You guys seen Soul? That was really good.
Comment down below.
Comment down below if you've seen Soul.
No, when I think of sororities, I think of American Horror Story Coven.
I never watched Coven.
You never watched Coven?
No, we watched like the first couple episodes together, and then I didn't watch it anymore because I didn't like it.
I liked it.
Okay, rank your American Horror Story seasons.
Oh my god.
Top 3.
I think, Murder House is always in the top 3 because, like, nostalgia. It's the one we watched the most. Hotel because of Lady Gaga, and she was incredible. And I'd say the third, my god, it's either Coven or Asylum. Is that what it's called? Asylum?
Yeah.
I liked Freak Show, but it got too chaotic when they had, like, Evan Peters singing, like, Come As You Are. Like, all this, like, random shit that, like...
I didn't watch Freak Show either.
I liked it for Twisty. I felt bad for him. I mean, before we started murdering children, I felt bad for him.
Mine are top 3 too, but in a different order. Okay. I would say Hotel is my number 1, which is, like, not really... I don't know why I liked that one so much.
It's very aesthetic. And
Cheyenne Jackson was in that one, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Because all the white men were in that. The same looking white men.
All the white boys that look the same. Ryan Murphy's men.
Yeah, literally. And then I would say Then I would say Asylum, and then I would say Murder House. But do you remember when we watched Asylum for the first time and we were sitting on our couch and just crying at the ending? We're so emotional.
Oh my god, Lily Rob? Lily. She plays the nun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when she was a possessed nun.
Yeah, she was possessed by.
Oh my god. I think most nuns are possessed. I had a nun that I knew. She was real weird.
I feel like you have to have so much patience to be a nun.
Oh my god, I'm sure. You know, they have their whole day like scheduled out for them to a T. Like when they pray, when they eat, stuff like that.
Could not be me.
I know. I had a teacher in high school who became a nun. She like left to go to somewhere in the what is it? The desert out on the West Coast. I don't know. I don't remember. New Mexico or Arizona, Colorado.
To still be a nun or just to like
Oh, to be a nun.
Oh.
I don't think she's a nun anymore though. I don't think she became a nun. I can't say her name.
Yeah.
But
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. She was like, okay, so in Catholic school we had like oh my god, okay. So in Catholic school, we had a morality class senior year. And I was talking to Anna. Okay, my friend Anna. Hey, Anna. Shout out to Anna. Love you, bitch. No, so I was talking to her about, like, we talked about, like, school differences. She went to a huge high school up in upstate New York. And, of course, I went to a small little Catholic school here. But we were talking about how I said, like, in passing conversation, like, oh, religion class. And she was like, religion class? And I was like, is that weird? You didn't have religion class? And then I realized people don't have religion class.
Yeah, no. I only took it for about a year and a half when I was at my second high school, which was a Christian school, which, oh my god.
But you did it outside of school. Oh, no. Oh, you're Christian.
Yeah, we had to go to chapel and then we had theology.
Oh my god, I went to the chapel every Tuesday. Yeah,
we had it, I think ours was every Wednesday.
And we would have to say the Hail Mary.
They'd make us stand. We had like a school band. But I was also in like a band with some of the people in the band, so I'm not like gonna talk shit. Because they were good. It's just cringy.
School bands are like not good.
Yeah, no.
Like, I don't know. But yeah, I had religion class and I had morality. And so we had a lot of like debates about like moral issues, you know, the usual abortion, the death penalty, contraception, the whole thing. But I was always on the side of like, you know, that I guess more like progressive liberal views, and they were all very conservative views. But she would always agree with me. She would it was so weird. She was like obsessed with me. We had like
you had a Gemini moment.
No, so we had like this little club, this I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was like a debate club, but it wasn't. Like conversation club or something stupid like that. And so we would go into it and she ran it and we would talk about like these big issues and stuff. And I would state my case, and you know, I was always very mature about the way I would talk about things. I was educated about the way I talked about things. And she would just like look at me and she'd be like, you know what, Taylor, you're right. And I'd be like, what? And everybody would be really shocked too. Be like, why is she agreeing with you? I was like, what do you believe? Like, are you just doing this to teach here and be like, oh, I want to be religious? I hope she's liberal now.
She probably is. I had a weird time in theology class because I grew up, I went to church, I went to CCD, but I never like retained anything. It was more like I had to go, and then my parents kind of stopped caring because they were like realizing like, oh, I raised her anyway. I
just have these facts about like Catholicism and stuff just lodged in my brain forever. God. Like,
yeah. And then going to a Christian school where when I took theology, I knew nothing about any Bible verses or anything, and these kids had them like embedded in their heads.
God.
It was
people
insane.
That like read out Bible verses and they're like, this is what it means. I'm like, no.
Also, the fact that it's been interpreted for like how long at this point?
2,000 years.
And it's probably
or
not
more.
Even accurate
That's just
anymore.
the New Testament.
Yeah. It's just like,
no, because
with a grain of salt.
Every translation has changed based on what language it's being translated from or what literal translator.
Mm-hmm. Then how do you trust that the translator themselves don't like tweak?
So you can't like take everything. You have to take everything with a grain of salt when you're figuring it out. But
yeah, I remember I had this giant 12-page essay I was working with a partner on. I won't say her name, but I found out from a trusted friend that she talked shit about me because I had to work extra fucking hard to like teach myself like what any of the shit meant.
Right.
And I wrote half
It's a lot of information.
It's
like,
a lot of stuff, especially not knowing anything and not like.
Here's the thing: I give religious people a lot of credit because. Me myself included, like growing up religious and stuff, and you know, still being fairly, but they retained so much extra information than like everybody else. Like you look at like Jewish people and they have like so many rules, like especially Jews that are Jews that are kosher. Like, they have all these, like, rules about, like, the food that they eat and stuff. And I mean, if you're growing up with it, I guess it's easy to remember. It's just like anything else. But, like, I don't know. Like, my parents having to cook kosher for some people sometimes, they're like, whoa, that's a lot. But, I don't know.
And they don't pick and choose.
No, they don't.
Like the way some Christians and Catholics do.
Right, that's true.
To, like, fit their own moral, like, dilemma when it's really just, like, being a piece of shit and using religion to, like, cover it.
Right, which is, like, never the case. Like, you should just have your beliefs to have your beliefs and not, like, use them to, like, hate people. And that's on period.
Just don't be a hateful person. I was talking shit on people.
Well, I mean, I guess that's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
We already said that we're anti-Trump, so
right.
The people that
and
are probably stop listening. I can't deal with this.
It's already happening. Gabi's scared that I'm gonna get riots from furries.
Scared furries to come out.
What furry is gonna listen to this?
We went to school with some.
You're so right.
There was a club. There was so many that they started a club.
I know.
And our friend was gonna report it.
Oh my god, yeah. Riley, if you're listening, you should still report it. Oh my god. Yeah, our friend was going to report it to the president of the school. Rightfully so, because you shouldn't have a sex club as an activities club at school.
Because it wasn't like a casual furry club. Like, I don't know what that would mean, but like, it was
just
very
sitting
much
there in their little fursuits.
just like passing a joint, smoking in the head.
The little head. Yeah.
It's like when you have like the gas mask bong thing. Oh my god.
But it's a furry head?
That would be kind of fun.
Wait, do we like furries now? Furry stoners are a new category. That's so funny. Oh my god.
That'd be fun. Guys,
I agree. Okay, guys, if there's any furries out there, I slightly retract my statement. As long as you're hotboxing your mask.
Heads.
Yeah. Like, straight up.
I feel like you'd have a time.
Oh my god, I'm sure it would just like be floating around in like the eyeballs.
Imagine being high as fuck, just seeing yourself as this furry thing.
No, thank you.
Out.
No, thanks. I take it back. I don't want to think about that.
I doubly retract my statement.
Alright, I liked furries for a second, and now I take it back.
You just scared yourself.
What did we name this little guy?
Wasn't it Ben?
I don't think so. I think it was Simon.
We have to look back to other podcasts.
He has a name, but we can't remember him. But he's our little spokesperson.
Yeah, when we put a Pinterest board together, I found a bunch of little like aesthetic animal memes, and there was a frog in a crown, and then we saw it at Target, and we had to get it because.
Shout out Target, please sponsor us. We love
you.
Oh my god,
I love Target.
Oh my god, imagine getting sponsored by Target.
That would be a dream.
I'm pretty sure Emma Chamberlain was like sponsored by Target for a while.
She gets sponsored by everyone.
She's like YouTube's queen.
Yeah, I mean, because she's like unproblematic.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, the only thing people had issue was with what during voting was that she didn't like put out who she was voting
but
for.
she also never voted before. She just turned 18 like last year.
Yeah, but she never had.
And people were like, she voted for Trump, and I'm like, who knows? But she posted on the day that Biden got elected, and she was like, "This is a great day."
Yeah.
And then people were like, but people try to find That's the thing though with like unproblematic people is, especially like on YouTube, people will try to find reasons to not like them. Yeah,
because there was like this list going around that was definitely photoshopped that said she was a Republican, but nothing about her in any way says she's Republican.
Right. Like her dad's an artist, and he's just like vibing, and she's in LA.
Very chill, and they're not like.
I don't know, not that we know anything about Emma Chamberlain, but she's a cool gal. She's a Gemini.
She's
a May Gemini.
Oh no shit, we should get her on the podcast.
Honestly, Emma Chamberlain, get on this podcast. Come vibe with us. We want to, I think that, like, we have to find more Geminis and, like, talk to them and, like, see how we vibe with them. Because as far as I know, most of my friends growing up have been Geminis.
Oh.
Or at least, like, quite a few. And when we worked, we had a lot of Geminis, too.
That's cool.
We worked together.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had, like, three. Three people there were, like, Geminis.
Okay.
I don't know. We get a really bad rep.
We do.
We get told that we're two-faced. Okay. I think it personally, and I mean, I'm speaking biased, like, with a bias because I am a Gemini, but my sister will disagree with me till the day I die. He's hatred toward Geminis. No, so I think there's a difference between split personality and being two-faced. What do you think?
Yeah, and I also don't think we're two-faced. I think it's that when you meet us, I don't know. It's that we put up with something until it goes too far. I
definitely have two personalities. I have personalities that I present to people I don't know, and I have personality that I present to people that I do know.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But I mean, that's the case with a lot of people,
yeah.
But I feel like ours is, like, really heightened. Like, it's a total switch.
Oh yeah, I talk in a different pitch, and I notice it too.
Like, you are very, very quiet to people. You will not talk to certain people. Like, you will stand there and you'll be, like, very timid. But then, like, when you know people are like, you know, so.
It's also called putting up walls because you don't want people in.
And people think I'm intimidating every time they see me. Or I've gotten told so many times by so many people in high school and in college, oh my God, I thought you were so intimidating when I first met you. I'm like, why? Do I just have a resting bitch face?
Maybe.
That's probably it. I don't know. What did you think when you first met me? Did you think I was intimidating? No. Not even a little.
I thought the person that introduced us was
intimidating?
No, just annoying.
Yeah, well, that's true. I thought you were like, I don't think I'd ever met somebody with colored hair before.
That's terrifying.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Except Marissa had purple hair for like 12 seconds. And I had like dip-dyed pink hair when I was in
Was
like...
it the Kool-Aid dip-dye?
No, it was with like a box dye.
Okay.
Just don't ever use box dye. But no, like when I met you, you had bright blue hair.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this girl's weird.
It was a good blue though.
It was, and you did it again, basically. But no, I don't know. Not that I think that people with colored hair are like intimidating or weird. I think that, you know, it's bold to have colored hair. I think it's fun. I want pink hair.
Or more.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, getting to Mecca was a culture shock.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But
from Catholic school to main college. We both said we kept saying the name of our school.
Yeah.
We have to bleep it.
Yeah. I don't know. Does it really matter if we say the name of our school?
I don't know.
Will they find us?
It depends if we talk about anything like negative about it later. Because could we be like something for like slander or some shit?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Hey,
how does that work?
I don't know. Don't sue us. We already took all our fucking money. Like, we don't have it anymore.
I want a gift, but only if it's money.
I gave you $120,000 and you fucking spent it already.
You spent it already? Thinking about John Mulaney quotes that live rent-free in your head.
I have a little sticker on my laptop that says, "You want me to kill that guy for you? Because it sounds like he sucks."
And I'll totally kill that guy for you.
Anyway, see you at improv practice.
Oh God, that's so funny. Wow. I hope he's doing well. John Mulaney, we love you.
Yeah, we do.
Hope
This
you're
is
doing
a John
well.
Mulaney left.
Anti-furry, pro John Mulaney. John Mulaney would hate furries too, I feel like.
I could see John Mulaney going undercover as a furry.
I think that furries should dress up like the hormone monsters in Big Mouth.
I could see it. Just crashing through your window at night.
That's terrifying.
Sex advice to children. It's so scary.
I don't know. Maybe it would have been better to like have that. Like someone. Did I touch your toes?
Yeah.
My toes touched your toes.
We touched it.
Oh my gosh. Did I do it again?
Yeah. It's not moved. I moved it now.
Oh, look at our bands. We're matching. We coordinated this.
Both t-shirts from the same place. And
are they from is that from Urban?
Yeah.
Mine's also from Urban.
Bourbon.
Urban Outfitters. Sponsor us.
Burberry sponsor.
Let me just put out there that we are open to any sponsors. We are a delight. We're entertaining as fuck, and we will sponsor the fuck out of any brand that wants us.
Unless you support a Trump in the election.
Oh, then fuck you. Then fuck you. But we're also wearing similar pants.
Yeah, these are from Old Navy.
I don't know where mine are from. They're from the thrift store. Even though it's good to thrift, all consumption under capitalism is... Wait, no. There is no ethical consumption under capitalism.
Correct.
But that, like, goes to an extent.
Yeah.
It's like, don't, like... I don't know.
I think that on TikTok, there's a problem with shitting on people who don't thrift and who...
Hot take.
Yeah, because it's...
Okay, but TikTok also has, like, a lot of, like, savior complex people that want to be like, oh my god, I only thrift and I don't shop at H&M because I hate that. But...
Because there's the dilemma of, like, you're
then
also
go to Target.
taking away clothes from people who can only pay that much for clothes, but also you shouldn't make people feel bad who buy from, like, Corpse, like, Forever 21, H&M, whatever, because that might be the money that they have.
You know what I think? You know what I think is the case of what people should do?
It's always rich kids saying it, too.
Well, that's true. But I think the thing about thrift stores is not only the limited supplies or the limited stock or inventory that they have. A lot of plus size is not available, or it's very ugly because, you know, in the last few years plus sizes haven't really been like a thing. Yeah. But
now that it's like morally okay or socially acceptable, which is fucking annoying.
Right. But the thing is, like, say you go to a thrift store or like a consignment shop, a lot of the time they don't take your clothes, you know? Yeah, they're very stingy and picky. And I think there need to, I mean, I guess you could go drop it off at Goodwill or something like that, but which, okay, sure, but like the people that want to go to trendy thrift stores and they want, you know, more options, like I think those thrift stores need to, you know, make exceptions about what they take in.
Exactly. Like, especially in Portland, there were some places that I'd bring my clothes to.
Right.
And I'd bring in like 20 different pieces and they'd take maybe 2 or 3 and one of them would be shoes.
Right.
And it's just like...
Shoes always do well.
And then they'd upcharge the fuck out of it. And sometimes it would be more than what I paid for it, too.
Right. And so it's like...
Like, I brought in some Forever 21 shirts and they were charging. I paid maybe $6 for it. They charged $14.
Yeah, I just think that, like, you know, there need to be either, like, stores more like Goodwill that they'll take more stuff or savers, but make it a little trendier for the youth or something that they want to go in and buy those things. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think some places in, like, that we've gone to, I think one of the more, like, open is the Buffalo Exchange in Brooklyn.
Brookline? Yeah.
I think it's Brooklyn.
We've been going there a lot.
Also...
That's where I got these pants.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm wearing green and blue plaid pants. Plaid pants are so cute. They're my vibe.
But yeah, don't shit on people because they don't thrift and don't buy from, basically used stores, because it's taking away from people that can't pay for it.
Right.
Basically. And also, like, there is no ethical consumption under capitalism.
To an extent.
If you're, like, paying, like, what is it, like, donating to, like, what, like, anti-abortion groups, like, that's unethical.
Or, like the fur debate. You know about the fur debate? Like, a lot of, you know, fur coats and stuff were manufactured and sold, you know, especially in the 70s, the 80s, stuff like that, even into the 90s, before it started to be like, okay, let's, you know, stop making, unless they're, like, really, like, bougie brands that I think still use fur, but I think that there's no problem with buying, like, going to the thrift store and buying a real fur coat, because it's already made, and you might as well, I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion, but you might as well just buy it, and then when you're done with it, go put it back into the thrift store, like, gift it to a thrift store, and then they can, you know, give it to somebody else, so it's not just going to waste, you know?
Yeah, it's like in Lady Bird when Lady Bird's brother's girlfriend is like, or no, Lady Bird says, well, you wear leather jackets, but you're vegan, and she said that they're thrifted, so it's not contributing.
Right,
which is true. It's funny, but
to an extent, yeah, for sure. My mom brought this catalog home that was entirely fake furs, and it was like, they were like thousands of dollars. It was really crazy. They were like designer furs or something, but they were beautiful. Oh my God. They were so like bougie looking. And I was like, oh, like that's pretty weird that they're selling like so many furs. My mom was like, they're faux furs. I thought it was really cool. Like faux furs, I think are cool. Like I love the look of a fur coat or like a big fluffy coat. So it's like, you don't need real fur to do it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But
same with leather. You don't need real leather or real snake skin or whatever. There's so many like.
yeah, animal skin is like weird.
It's weird to want to wear it.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
But then it's like, okay, if you're eating the animal and you're using every part of it, I know that like, the fur thing is that like people aren't eating mink and like things like that, or like bunny, right?
Yeah.
But and the way they do it is like problematic too. But like if you're using all of the animal, then isn't that better than just using some of it for like the meat and then giving it away?
Yeah, I think it depends. Like I remember there was a huge thing, for like the fur vault for like Macy's or something. Didn't PETA come in and like splatter red paint on fur coats? That was like a thing. I don't know if it was for
And
Macy's.
sold them?
No, it was PETA came in and like destroyed all of these fur
in
coats.
every Macy's?
I don't know if it was Macy's or something, but they like had this whole
I don't know if Macy's sells fur coats because like every time oh really?
Yeah.
The last time I went to Macy's and like saw fur coats, they were all faux. Because I feel fancy saying faux fur instead of like fake fur. It's like when you say like the foyer.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking of. Instead of like foyer, it's just French words. That's all I'm thinking of. Oh my God.
It is important to buy from small businesses.
Yeah, support small businesses.
Don't bargain with their prices.
Right.
Because that's fucked up.
I remember though, I went to a Little Ghost in Portland, the little thrift shop. And that was one of the first thrift shops, like nice, like vintage thrift shops I went to. And I bargained for something and they did it. And I was like, cool. I think
but
I got
it's not like they handmade it.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I went in and I was like, I want this jean jacket, but I don't want to pay this much. And she was like, okay, I can bargain with you.
Nice. Which
is nice. I'm the bargain queen, though. I will get a bargain on anything. Was it you that time that you were like, you have a coupon for everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, good. I'm not paying full price for shit.
What's terrifying are the extreme couponing people.
Oh my God, I know. I saw that TikTok last night of this person on extreme couponing that got $1,400 worth of groceries for free.
Yeah, they also tend to hoard a lot of shit.
Right, it's like they have like stockpiles.
Yeah, they have like it's like shelving of just
right, like tons of cans and stuff
and like cleaning supplies and shampoo
right.
and shit.
Do you think they sell them?
No.
You think that you just hoard them all?
Keep them.
Huh.
And it's like the
well, I know that when like COVID started, people were stockpiling and like buying everything, and then they would like sell them at like a million times price.
Oh wow.
Like toilet paper and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was. That was unintentional, but that was good. You know what I miss?
What?
The movie theater. I just saw a TikTok about it. I would literally sell my firstborn child to be able to go to the movies again.
I just miss the snacks and the experience.
The snacks are so good. Oh my God, I love the chairs. I like when they go like back and forth. That's kind of fun.
And then you just like spread out.
Spread out. Just remember the last movie we went to?
Little Women.
Yeah, and we were in the theater all alone.
Yeah,
and
bad idea. We had this whole place to ourselves.
We went on a Tuesday night.
We had class at 8:30 the next morning.
Yeah, we went at 10 p.m.
Yep.
Also, but I like going to the movies late at night.
Yeah, because no one goes,
right.
Especially during the week.
I always loved going to the movies late at night, but we were so chaotic during that Little Women.
I don't think we paid attention that much.
I don't think we did either. I've seen it like twice since then, but it was a good movie.
It was a good movie. I love Saoirse. Had no idea it was actually filmed in Concord. Too bad we're not in my area for that.
We should go to that to the estate where they filmed it, like I think when they were in France or London or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was really in Massachusetts.
Yeah, we visited the Lyman estate where they had the little dance moment.
Yeah, that was fun.
We made a TikTok. Insert that.
Put that here.
Put that here.
It didn't do well, but you can scroll back into our accounts and
I think
look
we're
at it.
shadow banned.
That's
fine.
I don't know. TikTok has been like showing like I don't know. My feed has only been Bridgerton, the musical, and like of course Julie and the Phantoms. But yeah, TikTok is weird to like navigate.
Yeah, because now no one uses like Instagram or anything anymore. It's all like TikTok for like clout.
Right.
Which is strange because originally it was an app for like Musical.ly.
Because it's so much easier to get on TikTok, like to get TikTok famous than it is to get like on like YouTube famous.
Yeah, that's true.
Like think about all the creators that you know that are like verified on TikTok. Like there's so many. Versus like YouTubers. I mean, you only know the handful of what you like.
Yeah, and some YouTubers don't even do anything anymore because of COVID. Like David Dobrik doesn't vlog anymore, so
which is honestly good.
It. Yeah, no, it's a good message for all his fans too that are like, we're not going out doing shit. Right. Some influencers are, but others aren't.
Right.
Which is problematic, and you shouldn't be going out.
Which we will talk about in our next episode. Yeah. We're going to talk about.
Next episode is celebrity shit.
Like celebrities, TikTok,
celebrities,
YouTubers,
COVID, how they're handling it.
Which is like a hot topic. But it's just like I mean, like we're a couple of, you know, regular gals. We're not famous or anything, you know, we're not celebrities, so it's like not our perspective of
optimistic.
One day. No, but like it's we represent the opinion of, you know, most people watching them, and like
yeah.
I don't know.
We spend a lot of time watching like Spill Sesh and Tea Spill and all that stuff.
We love tea.
We do, and some of it's like informative to realize people are huge pieces of shit, which we will also get into.
Next episode.
We love D'Angelo Wallace.
True, we do. Hey. I mean, that's a good way to wrap up this episode, I think.
Tune in next time.
Tune in to our next episode, which we post, I think it's bi-weekly. So we've got or weekly. We'll figure it out.
If
but
anything, you'll get separate videos from us too.
Yeah, so we will be vibing and posting. I hope you enjoyed listening. You know, I think I like to think that we're entertaining to listen to.
Yeah, there's not necessarily a point into what we're saying, but
or at least like I hope you fell asleep.
Yeah, if anything.
Are you asleep right now?
Wake up.
This is ASMR. Sleepy time.
Do you think Cody and Kelsey would ever be on this podcast?
Oh my god. Cody, Co, and your wonderful girlfriend Kelsey. I don't know her last name. What's her last name? I don't know. Kelsey Co. Sure. I want you to hear this, and I want you to know that we love you and we want to talk to you. So if you ever find the time in your free time, if you have any, to talk to us, let us know.
We could all do a baking session on Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom baking.
A Zoom baking session.
I love that we just got caught. I love that we got off track during our outro. But no, I really I don't know, the best podcasts I think are the ones that you can like fall asleep to or just like listen to in the car and be like, oh, this is interesting to listen to. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, next episode we're gonna talk about maybe some hot topics and like maybe some tea. Because I love tea. I love talking about tea. I love drinking tea.
And it's not that it's controversial. It's that there's been a lot of bad shit happening, and I feel like everyone's talking about it.
Want to report about it, yeah.
And it'll be us giving our hot take. Because we have a lot of feelings.
From your two favorite Geminis. Mm-hmm. And on that note, this has been Double Gemini. All right, tune in next time.
Goodbye,
See you later. Bye, babies.